I have finally decided to film myself while I put my makeup on without planning ahead or anything. I just sat down and started filming. We're gonna start off by using the Mercier foundation primer. You could apply this over moisturizer or onto clear skin before using your Mercier tinted moisturizer and any foundation or concealer. Next, you could go ahead and put on your tinted moisturizer. This could also serve as a sunscreen protection for your skin. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional, don't know much of those do's and don'ts, the mistakes to avoid, or how to really get your contour on fleek. I only learned through constantly watching on YouTube tutorials and watching videos and techniques on how to contour and do all that stuff. Okay, next we're going to use the Photo Blur BB Cream by The Face Shop. I like it because it has a blurring effect that gives your skin a flawless look. It's like an all-in-one multitasker. You could also use this as a foundation because it has coverage, care, and protection just rolled into one. For my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Etude House Drawing Pencil number 1. It has a chiseled tip, or more like an angled tip, that creates both thin and thick lines, which is ideal to create hair strokes that appears more natural. So I'm just outlining the lower part of my brow because it's much easier for me to achieve that arch that I'm kind of going for. And make sure that you start with short strokes and then work it out towards the tail of your brows. And now I'm using the other tip of my pencil, which is the brush. I use this to blend in all the strokes that I made, and it also helps define and fill in those sparse areas, basically just brushing through and soften your work. Now this product is the Face Shop Power Perfection. It's also a BB cream, but this one's in a lighter shade. I would usually use like a concealer, but I can't find one right now, so maybe this could do the work too. Well, the idea is to clean the area around your brows to make it stand out and look more crisp. And also this is the time for you to correct any unnecessary lines and shape your brows to the look that you're kind of going for. And I'm just putting on more foundation or / concealer on areas of my face that I feel like I needed to highlight some more. And I'm using a shade that's a little bit lighter than my foundation to kind of counteract any darkness and blemishes, and it also gives you that more brightening look. Now I'm gonna go try to contour using my multi-stick contour by The Face Shop. So I started to go along my cheekbone in the hollows. Make sure you contour in areas that really emphasize your structure and warm up your face in the right places. And in the border of my hairline because it kind of like shortens my forehead and make it look smaller. And then go carve it down along my jawline. I personally wouldn't recommend to invest too much on those contour kits. I don't think you need every shade in there, but I'd say a good highlighter that is a couple of shades lighter than your skin tone can really illuminate areas and has a good coverage is definitely the way forward. And then as I blend, I don't drag the contour anywhere else, just keep it where you placed it and blend it right there in that area where it's in. You don't want to drag the dark to the light shade because all you're doing is just mixing them together and creating a new foundation shade that's a little bit darker. So the lighter shade is not going to be that illuminated anymore. So just dab it with your personal beauty blender, not swiping it, just dabbing. Now this is my favorite palette from Mercier. It's the Full Canvas Eye and Cheek Essentials. It kind of has every shade that I need for any makeup look that I want to go for. It's definitely a beautiful palette and I think the shades are very stunning. Now I took my first eyeshadow and started applying this to the area where you would see my eye was open. This is just above the crease. Basically, it's going to create like a gradient or base in your eyeshadow look and make it look a little bit more natural. Now I'm starting to work on the outer corner of my eye, and this is where the darkest shadow should go. So it creates that wing-like shadow on your lid and kind of gives that illusion that your eyes are bigger and wider. Now I'm using my liquid eyeliner for that more intense wing look, and this is a bit tricky because you don't want to twitch or do something that's gonna mess up your line, and they usually end up uneven for me. So I try to be as stable as possible, and I guess practice some more until you become better. So to finish the look, I added my false eyelashes, or if you just want to add mascara, that's fine too. It's all up to you, whichever you prefer. I'm also putting on some blush just right above my cheekbone to add more color and dimension to my face. I am now going to set up my makeup using this translucent setting powder from Mercier. Just apply it under your eyes, basically in areas where makeup breaks down the most. So for me, it's under my eyes and my T-zone that really gets so oily over time. Let it sit there for a few minutes while it does its magic, and then dust off the excess powder with a brush. I so love this translucent powder and the way it really sets your makeup and leaves like a matte finish look. It holds and seals all the products you use in place, and it definitely prevents it from caking. To color my lips, I'm using this lippy that was given to me as a gift, and it has my name carved in it, which makes it so special and more personal to me. Of course, this is from Mercier. I know I couldn't get enough of this brand. What I do is I usually use a couple of lippies and just blend them all together to achieve the shade that I'm kind of going for, but yes, this is definitely one of my favorites. All these tips and tricks, a lot of them I've seen already on Instagram, YouTube, and there are really lots of ways on how to put on your makeup, and also lots of products out there that you could use. So basically it just comes down to preference, to what's good for you or what you think is more suitable for your skin. Whatever that is, as long as you're comfortable and you think it looks good on you, then that's probably is what's best for you to use.